Hi, welcome to Point Me, and today we're going to talk about communism and the sci-fi horrors it creates, like cannibalistic ants. That's right, ants feeding on ants.
But I kind of expect insects to feast on one another, much like the mainstream media feasts on their cohorts, right? So what I need you guys to do, if you don't want to take part in the feasting, is I need you guys to subscribe to our channel so we can start giving you guys some content, and even you can comment to us, and we'll get some user-generated content. Give us an idea. Give us something you want to see us talk about, because God knows he's got a lot of ideas. I got a lot of opinions.
Yeah, and talking about that, I just found this one strolling on the internet, and I was so horrified. You think all the things that Google has blocked or downgraded, and yet you can still find things left over from the old Soviet Union, those good old commies, that make you basically shaking your boots and pray to God that the socialists never take over. And this story is one of them. So I'm perusing. I'm on Atlas Obscura, great site. You travel like I do. And I find this...
Those of you who don't have jobs, you can do that. Those of you with jobs, just watch whatever you find.
So I find this story about a colony of up to 1 million cannibalistic ants in an abandoned Soviet bunker.
Yeah, but is 1 million a lot of ants? I mean, it sounds like a lot, but I mean...
It sounds like a lot.
But I mean, I'm thinking like, in practice, it's probably like a mound. I mean, I don't know how many ants are in a colony. Look it up, guys. Go, I don't know,
Twitter. You, ants are fierce fighters. One time, like all the real environmentalists out there, I see a bag of McDonald's on the ground. I go to pick it up to do my civic duty, and all of a sudden, ants...
You were looking for food, weren't you?
I mean, I apply the 5-second rule whenever I see the food on the ground. It doesn't matter.
Because the 5 second was the 5-month rule. Yeah, it's still good.
5 seconds for the time. So I lift up this bag, Smart. And all of a sudden, the ants come crawling out. I was like, and they started biting me. So it was competitive for that.
Did you pause? Like, let's see what happens.
No, I didn't even notice. I was walking over to the trench. I was like, what the? Man, it was fierce. So that was about 5 that brought me down. So 1 million, you don't want to mess with. So remember when the left made fun of Alex Jones for saying, they're turning the frogs gay? You remember that. Well,
with
them in charge, you'd probably be saying Soylent Green is people. That's what I got.
Now, when he said he turns the frogs gay, I thought he meant the French. Is that wrong?
I actually looked into that when I was researching this. Yes, I do research. Hard to believe. And evidently, he had discovered that a company in the 1990s had approached the DOD, and Gizmodo did a whole article on this back in 2013, about making a gay bomb. Evidently, the idea was...
Is it just full of glitter? I don't understand. What exactly what would that look like?
I don't know. They were cut. I think they may have been denied the...
So, is normally the bomb sound is... Right? You're just going to go, here I come.
Evidently in their weird mind... And this shows how much times have changed. And this is in the 90s. Don't ask, don't tell period in the military. They thought that you'd undermine the confidence of another military if, I guess, they were being pant grabbed.
They just started sucking everybody off, just running around, just throwing it in this whatever. Just charge!
Yeah, you're charging, but you feel somebody reaching into your pocket like, stop.
Like, someone's got 2 grenades.
So, I don't know. The worst... They must have been banging on the worst stereotypes.
I like gay folks. They're I like happy people. They seem pretty happy.
Yeah.
I never had a problem with them. Good for them.
So...
I never thought they would be weaponized, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
It was banking on the worst stereotypes of homosexuality in history. But
the bomb drops, and all of a sudden all their camouflage are pink, and all of a sudden they're just running around fixing up houses?
I have no idea, but he believed that some of these chemicals had been pushed into the water supply. I can't defend Alex Jones. I'm just saying when I look
turning the frogs gay, huh?
Yeah. So...
I had a theory about Alex Jones. I've maintained that the media ruined him. That they basically got his career destroyed, and that just drove him more insane. I'm not saying he was chemically balanced to be before, but at least it was in some sort of like, it was in balance with his insane ideas. But then they demonetized him or got rid of his career, and they just went
overall, we miss you, InfoWars. So, let's get back to these cannibalistic ants. Left with no light, no heat, basically the Green New Deal. Then you add in no food source, and you get cannibal ants. Like something out of the horror movie Chernobyl Diaries.
Yeah, but I feel like ants cannibalize other ants anyway.
Sometimes, and when I looked it up, sometimes wood ants will do that. But this was horrifying. You can find the corpses of like 2 million ants on the ground. I mean, I guess they leave some on the dinner table.
Who's investigating this?
Some researchers, man. It was crazy. Evidently, they built an exit for these ants to escape. And then when they came back...
Why would you let cannibals loose? That seems like a poor plan.
It was...
It's like World War Z, but for ants.
It's Call of Duty zombie mode is what I depicted.
Animal Planet style. Alright.
So, from the Ukrainian famine, the Pol Pot's killing fields, to the creatures beneath our feet, everyone suffers under communism.
But no one more than the ant. That's what I've learned from this.
If you love your ants, stop this.
In a case of nuclear war, cannibalize. That's what I've learned.
Yeah, I've been scoping out my neighbors to eat. Point made.
Move next door to the big ones. They last longer.